what's important is that there's simple questions you can ask yourself which don't involve any equations. So the first is, if you hear something, do I want it to be true? So if you want it to be true, then you are more likely to have your biases at play, and probably other people want it to be true as well. So the reason why you see it in your social media feed is that other people have retweeted it or shared it, and that's why you're seeing it. The second is, well, let's look at what is the evidence behind it and how large scale is that evidence. So if it's one person or a group of people invested in cryptocurrency and made money over 6 months, that is different from a large scale study looking at thousands of people who invested in cryptocurrency over many, many years. Also, there's the issue of correlation versus causation. So if you see a particular result, imagine that there was the opposite result and see whether you would attack that. So let's give a concrete example. So a lot of my work is on sustainable investing. I love to believe that sustainable companies perform better. And so there's a study which shows that sustainable companies have better performance. I'd like to believe that sustainability causes that better performance. But let me try and think, well, what might the alternative suspects be? And to do that, let me imagine I had the opposite result. So maybe more sustainable companies perform worse. So how would I try to knock that down? I don't like that result. So I might appeal to alternative explanations. So maybe these sustainable companies had bad managers, and bad managers are just distracted from the bottom line. So they're investing in random things like sustainability. And those bad managers also lead to the bad performance. So now that I've pinpointed an alternative suspect, which is management, which is driving the performance, ask myself, does that alternative suspect still apply, even though the results are in the direction that I want them to be?
I love learning about bias and misinformation. I think anyone who watches stuff on YouTube or consumes mainstream media on any platform where there's an algorithm should really learn about it too. Click here to watch the full interview.